Hey, Treasure Fan Show pal, Big D back here again with a Dollar Tree haul. That is correct. Dollar Tree is back. Movies are flowing back at the Dollar Tree. This is July 2022, so it's been a little while since the Dollar Tree's had anything, at least my stores, and sure enough, this week the Dollar Tree did get some stuff in. Before I start out and show you what my haul is, thank you for everybody watching this video. I do apologize. I know it's been a couple weeks since I put out a video. Unfortunately, my wife and I, our dog Lita that we'd had her since she was a puppy. She was almost 15 years old. She got really sick about a week and a half ago. She started having a lot of problems breathing, and she was having some issues, and over the course of a night she started having seizures. We rushed her to the animal hospital, and they put her in an oxygen tank and did stuff with her, and they found that she was having a lot of problems with her lungs and she couldn't breathe anymore. And unfortunately, we had to put her down. So it's been a hard last week and a half. Those of you who've been watching my channel for a long time know that we lost our other dog, Esri, about 3 years ago. It took an emotional toll on us. And then with Lita gone, it was it was really hard to deal with. So I do apologize for not being on the last couple weeks, but this death really hurt me hard. And oddly enough, I have 3 cats also, and go figure, it's really affected them too. Kind of weird. I didn't think they were all the best of friends, but they must have been, because all my cats have been acting really weird lately too. You can see, this is my cat back here. Her name is Tilly, named after a character from Star Trek Lower Decks. She's back there laying down on her little perch right now, right there. So I do apologize for we gone for a while. I will get back next week with my weekly updates. Matter of fact, I'm actually going to go to Best Buy next week and film some stuff at Best Buy, just to get out of the house a little bit and to show what's up and stuff. So be on the lookout for that. But this is a Dollar Tree video. I did hit a couple Dollar Trees. Those of you know, also recently, I've been Cobb, I actually got a video we got to put up. Cobb and I actually did a review of Predator. I need to put that up as well. That has changed also. I'm no longer going over and watching my niece and nephew anymore, because quite frankly, they've just gotten quite a bit older, and they don't need their uncle to be there all the time or need some supervision, because they're just growing up. So I did go to the Dollar Tree in their town one last time. That's where I found some of these, and the other ones I found right next to my house, which it's a funny thing with that too, in that the one next to my house used to be a honey hole. I go in there like a week before these things are supposed to come out. Boom, everywhere. And this one, the last 4 or 5 months, they've been putting some out, but shoving them to I can't find them sometimes. And when I do find them, they're a chaotic mess. They're just not keeping up the one next to my house. So, oh well. But these are what I found. I found a couple DVDs. I did find several Blu-rays. Yeah, so let's just go from there. The first one I picked up is called The Blackout: Invasion Earth. I got this one because it's a Shout Factory movie. Looks like it came out in 2020. It looks really interesting. And usually when it comes to Shout, I'll pick those up because for the most part, they're usually really good. So I grabbed that. Looks interesting, Invasion. I love Invasion movies anyways. So I got that. Next one I got because the stars were in it. It's got Tobey Maguire, Peter Skarsgård, and Liev Schreiber, and it's called Pawn Sacrifice. This is a Universal title. So it just looks really good. I love the actors in it, so I figured might as well grab it. Never heard of it, but got that. This one I got just because of my love of sharks. I love sharks, great whites, hammerheads, whatever you want to say, tiger sharks. I just love sharks. I've always been fascinated by it since a little kid. Matter of fact, Cobb it loves them too. So this one's called Shark Week. What is it? Predators of the Deep. So I figured Discovery Channel. The Discovery Channel stuff is always really good, so you don't have to worry about that. But it just looks really cool. I like the shark coming up, and the ladies in the water swimming, and like, here I come get you. So I picked up that. Next I picked up, and I was pretty stoked on this. I actually wanted to see it, but I just keep putting it up. But for $1.25, and it came with a digital copy, I figured I'm gonna pick this up. And it's Blinded by the Light. Again, this is what it's a Warner Brothers title. It actually has a digital copy in it. I've been putting up. I figured for $1.25, all right, let's do it. And I get the digital copy at the same time. So, I've heard really good things about this. I did like Bend Like Beckham, so we'll see. And then the last DVD I found, this is part of this collection ones I've been finding recently. Like I found like a monsters one. I think there's a vampire one. There's a zombie one. This one is Brains That Wouldn't Die collection. So I love these things. So these are great. It comes with a bunch of mini movies in the back. Let's see what we have here. We've got The Brain That Wouldn't Die, The Head, The Atomic Brain, Indestructible Man, yeah, The Amazing Transparent Man, and The Manster. So I have seen The Brain That Wouldn't Die, and I've seen The Atomic Brain. I haven't seen the rest of them, so but pretty cool. I do dig these things. They're pretty good. You know, they're a lot of fun to watch. So grab that. And that is it for the DVDs. Now let's get into the Blu-rays. The first Blu-ray I got, I own this movie multiple times. I got steelbooks of this movie. I have the regular edition of this movie. I have lenticular art. I think I have lenticular art covers of this movie. I have a couple of steelbooks. But I just thought this was really neat. And it's, it's Shaun of the Dead, but it's the Spanish version. I just thought it was really neat to put in my collection. This is one of my all-time favorite besides the Dawn of the Dead series, Dawn of the Dead, original and remake. I love both. But I love Shaun of the Dead ever since I originally saw it. Matter of fact, how I originally saw this movie, because it was released in Europe first. It didn't come over here right away. It was released in Europe first, and my wife and I had heard some people talking about it, and so we got a bootleg from Europe and I sent over because we really wanted to see it really bad before it was even come to theaters. So we'd seen it before the theaters actually got it here. It was awesome back in the day. But I just couldn't pass it. I just thought it was a really neat version of this movie. It's in Spanish. This is a different cover. I have a steelbook that has this cover on it, but I just thought this was really neat, so I picked that up. This next one I picked up, I'd never heard of it before. It's called Plus One with Maya Erskine and Jack Quaid. Jack Quaid obviously being in The Boys. And he does the voice in Star Trek Lower Decks as Ensign Boimler. So become a big fan of his. I really do like the stuff he's in. So I saw this and said, yeah, I'm gonna grab it. So there's that. The next one I got, and this one just because it's I just love these because they're retro, and because it brings me back to my nostalgia days. But this is True Believer, and it's the retro DVD artwork. VHS artwork. I've never seen the movie, honestly. I just love these. I love these. I try to collect these ones. I think they're amazing. It's a throwback to when I really started to love movies and started collecting movies. Was actually my first movie was a beta tape, because my parents had a Betamax back in the day. But VHS was such an ingrained part. That's when I really started to collect movies. Was VHS. You should have seen the hallway in my house back in the day. Drove my parents nuts because I had movies all along. I had a lot of VHS tapes. So this just brings me back. So I picked up that. Well, that's not a new one. The next one, I thought I owned this. I have just about every one of Nicolas Cage's movies. I didn't have this one. A Score to Settle. I didn't have it. So, all right, I do now. I'm a big Nicolas Cage fan. Matter of fact, my wife and I are going to sit down and watch the new one, The Unbearable Lightness, or whatever. I can't remember the title right now. But I love Nicolas Cage. By the way, if you haven't seen Pig, I know it's a weird title for a movie, just Pig. It is really, really, really good movie. So I got this one. Next is another one. Again, I remember seeing this at Best Buy last year, towards the end of last year. It has Emilia Clarke in it, and that is Voices from the Stone, Silence is Calling. It was one of those ones I was interested in watching, but I didn't want to pay $14.99 when it came out. And then I'll be honest with you, I kind of forgot about it. But then when I walked into the Dollar Tree the other day, and this one was the one above my house, when I was digging through, this one popped up, and I was like, well, I'm going to try it now for $1.25. So looks really good. I'm a big fan of Emilia Clarke. I don't care what anybody says. The Terminator she was in, I liked it. I still liked it. I thought she did a good job. So whatever. So I grabbed that. Next was another movie. This stars Rosamund Pike, which I'm a big fan of, and Nick Nolte, and it's called Return to Sender. It just looked neat. I like the actors in it. So, and it's on Echo Bridge. So I figured get this one to check out. It looks interesting. Should be good. And this next one it's an anime. I picked it up, and I'm not really sure what to do with it, but it looked kind of cool. It's Big Fish and Begonia. I don't know. Anime, to me, I'm very hit or miss with anime. Some anime I really enjoy, like I'll sit down and watch it, just absolutely love it. And then some other anime I sit down, I'm like, nah, I'm bored, and I will turn it off or walk away. There's been several times when I worked at Suncoast back in the day, the anime section, I would sit down every once in a while. We'd have people return anime VHS tapes all the time. And I knew they were ripping it, going home and dubbing it and then bringing it back. I knew they were doing that. but I couldn't prove it. But so we had return anime all the time. So I'd sit down in our back room. We used to have a VHS player in the back room with a TV that people could watch while they were on their break. So I'd pop in some of those defective VHS, and I'd watch them because I was really curious, like because anime was like 20% of our business, which is a large portion of our business for one little section. So and so I would watch some, and some of them like, all right, some of them I'm like, really. It was really weird. So I'm really always on the fence with anime. It's like when you say horror to me, oh, I can go right over there. When you see anime to me, it's like, oh, let me see, what can I watch? So curious. So this does look beautiful. It looks like there's some amazing artwork. So we'll see. It's a Blu-ray DVD combo, so I grabbed that. And then the last one I got was it has a digital copy. I didn't even know that. It's called Brian Banks. It's got Aldous Hodge, which is from oh my gosh, Leverage. Great show, by the way. Greg Kinnear, another great actor. So I don't know. It's a Universal title. It looks pretty good. It's a newer title too. I think this came out in what? Oh man, forget this. I can't even. The print is so small, even my glasses, I can't read it. But I'm sure it came out in the last couple of years. But it looked really interesting, so I picked that up. I do like a couple actors, so we'll check that out. And that is it. That's all I got from the couple Dollar Trees I went to. I will say this. There's a lot of cool stuff at this Dollar Tree currently. I saw like Ready Player One. I saw Crazy Rich Asians. I saw like a lot of bigger titles like Skyscraper and what else? San Andreas. I saw a lot of Warner Brothers, but big titles from Warner Brothers. I even saw not the current, obviously the current what is it, Fantastic Beasts, but the first Fantastic Beasts movie. I saw that there. So there was a lot of Warner. I saw a bunch of Superman stuff like that there. So there was a lot of Warner Brothers, but there were bigger name titles from the last few years. So I was quite surprised. It looks like Warner Brothers, they're going through a lot of problems anyways. They can't even get DC right now. So it looks like they were unloaded a bunch, and Dollar Tree managed to pick a lot of it up. So there's some really good titles sitting in some of these stores right now. I just own them all already. So I was like going through a lot. Some of it in this wave was stuff I've seen the last 4 or 5 waves. And like, it's like the Woody Allen stuff still seems to be flowing in like nobody's business. But sorry, I'm just not a big Woody Allen fan. But there's a lot of really good stuff, and it looks like every time they put out more stuff, there's a lot of garbage, but there is a lot of hidden treasures in there. A lot of, might not be 1 or 2, but shoot, it looks like they're starting to pick up their game a little bit. So, what's my cat doing over there? Tilly. Yeah. So, be on the lookout for that. Definitely check your Dollar Trees. This is 4th of July weekend, so it stands to reason why a lot of Dollar Trees put this stuff out. Obviously, they want people to come into their stores and pick up all kinds of stuff for the 4th of July weekend. So yeah, that's it. Again, that's it for this title. Please leave me some comments down below if you've seen any of the movies that I've seen here that I was like, I haven't seen this yet. If you've seen any of this, actually, I don't think I've seen any of this. That is 100% correct. I can say this I have not seen any one of these movies I've bought. So if you've seen any of this, please leave me comments down below and let me know. I've gotten some good comments lately. Some people said, yeah, it's a good movie, stuff like that. And I've watched it and they were right. So please continue to leave me comments. I really, really appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, and use the bell. That'll notify you when I put up new videos. I will be back on my regular schedule next week. I know next week I'm going to film New Release Tuesday. I do have 2 videos to put out. Cobb reminded me I never did put out our Mortal Kombat review from months ago. I completely forgot. I also have the review here I did for Predator. I'm sure there'll be something else to come out this week. If I head to the Dollar Tree, I have one more in the town I live in. And if I head down to Santa Cruz, there's a couple there. So I might try to look at that because that's where my Best Buy is. So I might head down there. Maybe I'll hit a couple Dollar Trees there on my way home, see what we got. But that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I really, truly do appreciate it. Please take care and be safe out there. To all the people in the United States, my home country, happy 4th of July. This is a big weekend for our country. It's our country's birthday. So I wish a happy 4th of July to everybody out there. Please be safe on 4th of July. I mean, I don't know about you, but people are already knocking out fireworks all around my house all night long, and we're still a couple days away. So, again, thank you so much. Be safe. Take care. Safe and sane. I know you want to be insane, but safe and sane. And as always, live long and prosper. Bye.